Hello, welcome back to Just for Today. I'm Jamal Normie.
Hey, I'm Miranda, the recovering addict.
And today we're going to talk about liars. Lying. First thing that we have a scripture.
Today's scripture comes from Zechariah 8:16. Speak the truth to each other. Make truthful, just, and peaceable. I can't see it.
Your glasses.
And peaceable. Today's scripture comes from Zechariah 8:16. Speak the truth to each other. Make truthful, just, and peaceable decisions.
Alright, well, I don't know much about the book of Zechariah. But I'm sure that ties right in. Lying. So what was on your mind when you were thinking about this?
I was just thinking about how much I used to lie. Lying was second nature to me. Second nature to the point that it didn't bother me to lie, Not just about using and, going to use drugs and stuff, but just in general, it was a mask for my emotions. If I didn't want to hurt someone's feelings, I would tell a lie just to adjust the repercussions on how I would feel about a situation,
I think we all do that, though. We lie because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so we won't exactly tell the truth.
But I don't do that anymore. I'm more aware of it after, giving myself to the Lord. Mm-hmm. I'm more cautious about it, and I stop myself from doing that. And I'm aware of how much I would do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, and just being more, just being honest, all around honesty,
Honesty is better, even though some people would rather hear lies, but honestly, I don't know, we were talking about that the other day, if I had, my zipper was down, or I had a big piece of snot on my face, there's a nice way of saying things and there's a mean way of saying things, but I'd rather somebody say, before I went and walked around the whole casino with snot on my face, hey, you have something, maybe you want to go clean that up,
right.
Nicely, instead of lying about it.
Yeah.
But that is hard, but isn't there sometimes in lying okay? I guess you just don't answer, right? So kids, you can't tell them everything.
Okay, so that brings me to you, right? So you don't lie, but you do that. What you just said, you avoid, you walk all around the situation, or you just deny it, and to where I guess it's not you deny it.
That's lying if I deny it.
Okay, let's tell a story.
Oh boy.
Or maybe you just don't realize it, and okay, the whole the mouthwash situation, right? So we have a big huge bottle of mouthwash, and I just take the jug and I just gargle with the jug.
Wash.
I don't. Okay. Okay. And so he'll pour it in the cap, right? And so when he does that, he puts the cap back on. When you do that, it leaves, it'll dry around the bottle, so it leaves a crust. That crust forms, and then the crust falls on the sink, and it leaves a mess. So, so I tell him that the other day. I'm like, could you just not, just use out of the bottle? And he's like, I don't want to, backwash you. You're nasty. So fine. Solution: rinse the cup out.
I do rinse the cup out, though. That's the thing.
I've never seen you rinse the cup out.
What have you ever seen me use it?
I stand next to you.
No, you don't.
I watch you.
You don't.
But either way, okay. But either way, you told me, you said, that's not what causes that. You said, by me drinking the mouthwash from there, that causes the crust around the mouthwash. Anyways, I don't want to argue. But my point is, you'll sit there and say, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
and so it's one of those that you what you do to me, you're you just honestly don't know, and there's other things that you do like that where
you're getting things
you'll go
into
denial.
No, I'll say stuff like that just because of you. That has nothing to do with truth or lying. It's how you do and how Ariana does. You could be the sky is blue. Nah, It's just, that's
Right.
not the truth. It's not lying. It's just because of you.
So
Like,
that's
it's
what
not-
you're doing to me, and you're making me think like that behavior is okay.
No, because it's not like a serious thing.
It adds up though to where that was just an example. There's other times where like even with your sister, I can't even think of a situation, but like we'll address something to you, and because you don't want to admit it, you just deny it.
No, I know.
Yes.
Like what? Name
I don't
something.
know, just like something easy, like you know, I don't know, like I don't even know. I can't think of a situation.
It doesn't matter.
If it does, I will call your sister and I will ask her to back me up. You just avoid it.
Avoid it.
Yes.
I might avoid things. I believe that because I don't want to deal with y'all.
Many moments later.
Okay, so my plan, you know what my goal is?
What's your goal?
We have like 3 bottles of mouthwash. So I'm gonna specifically
science
leave
in
you
there.
yours, and I'm gonna use mine, and we'll
Okay.
see which one has crest
And then
over
you'll
it.
use mine.
I will give you an update in like 2 months.
Is it gonna be in a lockbox so that you don't cheat?
No, I'm not gonna cheat. I don't lie. That's what I'm saying. I'm an honest person now. I'm honest. Another story about honesty. At my work, because okay, you know, just being young and growing up, like I just lied. I just always lied. It didn't matter, or even like not admitting when you're wrong. To me, it's like, or that's like the same thing. To where not admitting when you're wrong, or like telling a different story to make yourself look better. You know. And I remember my old nurse. You know, she said the story like, you know, just when you make a mistake, just own up to it, admit it, and learn from it and move on. And that was like a big eye opener to me because I never.
This is
did
when
that.
pre or after?
This is during my addiction, yeah, like when I was still, you know, undercover. Yeah, it was during. But to where, you know, I was still. Again, since I was, you know, two-faced, I had 2 lives going on. You know, I still grew and understood things, but that showed me. Had me understand a lot, like, you know, it's just better to admit the truth, not deny it or bounce around the truth, and move forward, you know. And I just, growing up and just even, you know, in general, like I would, you know, so many lies. I was
Yeah.
like all about lies,
Yeah.
hiding the truth.
Yeah.
You know, even to like my kids, my family, my work. You know, like
Spouses.
yeah, like constantly, like every day, all day.
Yeah.
It was a lie. Not because I was living a lie, but I did things. What I would say to be able to use was always a
But
constant
you're living a
lie.
lie though. You had double lie, but you're living a lie.
Yeah, but outside of that, like, you know, that's like the bigger picture. But even my inside, my internal being of who I was, like it was natural for me to lie about something and not even care. You know, as long as that person didn't know, who was it bothering? You know.
Yeah. But I mean, huh?
I had no like self-conscience or whatever.
But when you tell a lie, anything you do that's bad, the first time you do it, maybe, you know, the more you do something, the less resistance there is.
Right.
So once you start lying in life, like everything you're doing is a lie, you know, you have a separate life, then what is it to you anymore? It's,
Right.
you know, that voice gets smaller and smaller and smaller until you don't hear it anymore.
I didn't have that voice anymore. Yeah, totally.
You know, I wasn't perfect either. I know I'm perfect now, but I wasn't perfect before. Like, when I was little, I lied too. In fact, back in my day, we got paper report cards. Those F's turned into B's and A's all the time. I used to get in so much trouble for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, as a kid, I lied a lot as a kid.
So you weren't a good liar then?
No, I was a good liar. I mean, I was a kid. Was there such thing as a good kid? It's funny now seeing it back then, like seeing it how, like with your kids, like when they're doing stuff, it's maybe even stuff that maybe I used to do, and I thought I was smart and could get away with it, and now it's like, are you serious?
Yeah,
like this is so blatantly you're even though you don't catch it. But still, like, I just wonder, like, so in my head, from my perspective, that was my perspective, I was doing whatever, and whether I got away with it or not, from my perspective, I was smart, you know, but I wonder if I was seeing myself from an adult's perspective. You know, sometimes, like my parents are very, sometimes it would set traps. Like my mom would sometimes. Like I remember when she. How are there gnats up here? Like my mom was. I swear she set up more traps than probably what I realized. When I was a kid, I wasn't really paying attention to anything outside of my life, like in me. But I remember she had like this jar of candy, and then she counted the candy, knowing it, and she probably set it up a certain way so that if it was moved, she would know. Maybe she drew a circle around the jar. I don't remember, or maybe she put a piece of hair on it. I don't know. But I remember Erica ate some of that candy. I remember telling her about not to eat any of that candy, and she ate it. And then my mom asked about it, and she lied.
Oh, your sister did?
Yeah. Oh. And then my mom was like, my mom got mad because she at least counted it. You know, so it's like, you know, stuff like that, or you know, there's so many stupid things that you used to lie about as a kid. Like have people over, break a vase, and try to glue it back together. And that's
what I did a lot too. But your sister denying it, like when you're confronted with a lie. Like I just remember from when I was little, even, you know, like I would just deny it, just straight up looking at you in the face and just denying it. Because if I never admitted to it, if I didn't own up to it or accept it, I can get away with it. You know, like did she ever admit to it? Did Erica ever own up to?
Now she does, but I mean.
But when she was little, though, like when at the time,
she had to own up to because my mom knew that she ate it. She counted it and knew that she did. So there's no line around that.
Yeah.
You know, but there'd be time I would, like when I changed my report card, I would lie till the very end and say that there was a mistake. You know, I had an A or a B instead of that F. You know, so. Yes. But I mean, you grow up, you go through puberty, your mind changes, like you become a different person.
Yeah.
You know, so you grow. What is it called?
Mature.
You go through maturity. Maturity, is that right? No, you go through
puberty.
Not puberty, but you go through. I don't know. Your brain develops.
Yeah.
And then you become a new person. Like I look back and I'm, you know, not at all the same. Multiple times, I guess, but I could tell like right around the time when my brain developed. Developed.
Was it in like your mid-20s?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I wouldn't say I lie. Sometimes I don't say things that hurt people's feelings, I guess maybe. But not in a sense of it being detrimental.
But that's like.
It's not a perspective thing. Is that that's
you controlling the situation? Because who are you to say? You know what I mean? Like.
I guess I don't even do that.
Maybe that person needed to hear it.
Yeah. No, because I'm always the jerk. People tell me, but they appreciate it. So maybe I don't. I don't lie. Actually, I'm almost too honest.
Yeah, sometimes you don't lie. You avoid. You dance around, and
I just don't. If I don't feel like answering something, I just don't answer it. But it's not
so
like
annoying.
I don't lie. Yeah,
it's
there's
so
no
annoying.
lying.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's annoying.
What's annoying?
If you don't answer it or you don't address it, you ignore.
It's not worth my time.
Many moments later.
Back to the topic on lying. Was there something specific though that triggered that, or were you just?
Well, no, because you asked me what you want to talk about, and I was thinking about just my place in recovery. Something happened this week, and you asked me a question, and it just popped in my head to where like, if this was something that was going on like before when I was using, like whether it's I'm in traffic. And where it's like, no, I'm really like on my way to go pick up to get drugs, or I just had to go use really quick, so it's taking me longer to get home than normal. Like, it just made me realize like I don't have to do that anymore. Like I'm telling the truth. Like,
It takes you 45 minutes.
Just
realistically, you should be 30.
Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm not doing anything wrong anymore.
Yeah.
I'm being truthful. I'm being.
Doesn't that feel like a weight lift off your shoulders?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what. Yeah.
Like, lying is hard, and then you have to remember what you lied about, and then sometimes you have to make another lie to cover up that lie. Now you have this whole story.
I must have been really good at lying.
I don't think you were. I think
I got away with
the people that
long. Well, yeah, they avoided. They avoided.
Yeah.
They just danced around it. They accepted it.
Yeah.
People around me accepted it because they didn't want to hurt my feelings, or they didn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I mean. Like, who are you to say? Like, maybe they needed to hear that.
And I would if it was the other way around. So like how now you got sober and everything, like you would have heard it from me one way or another.
Yeah.
You would have heard it, or we would have not moved on. Like, but that's the way I was raised. I don't lie. I don't. Like now that I'm thinking about it, people do say I'm a jerk, but they also come to me to tell me everything. So I think people appreciate honesty, whether it's brutal or not. I know I do.
Yeah, but so I'm just like an honest person now.
Good.
But I was like full of lies.
Yeah.
Like, all day, every day.
Yeah. It's good though. It's a good thing.
Constant though.
It has to be constant.
But it was just to
Constant
chase that drug.
Yeah.
Just to chase that high.
Yeah. But no other lies.
And that's where, like, you know, what I mentioned before, how, okay, so I'm living a double life, you know, so I had, like, you know, the marriage, the family, the work, and all that. They didn't know the other side of me. And so when I would go to my dealer's house and would hang out there for, like, the quick second that I would get high and then leave, that was the only time that I was actually, like, I didn't have to lie. And, like, I was just going back and, like, thinking, like...
That was kind of like the real...
It was, it was, like, the real me. For, like, and I felt comfortable just being able to, like, talk about whatever. Like, I was able to, like, release myself, you know, there, unfortunately, you know? And then having to, like, just put up that wall and then, like, pretend I'm normal or pretend I'm that, you know, perfect mom and wife and worker and everything, you know? It was hard.
That's going to that. So that causes so many. Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah.
But that's all over with. Well, so the moral of the story is, don't lie. I mean, honesty is the best policy. That sounds cheesy, but it's true. It really is. But that is all the time I have for Just for today. Leave us a comment below. Do you lie?
What'd you lie about?
Oh, yeah, what did you lie about? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things, but most importantly, remember to keep coming back.
Stay clean.
Bye.
Wait.
No, I don't know what you said.
There's times where I ask you what you said and you don't tell me. You just ignore me and you just move on.
Are you mean that? Are we going to start acting like the other person?
Yeah. So you know what you do to me.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you. We can do that.
Right? Like, I cook you clean. Same thing.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't.
I got you.
So it's not. It's,
You want to finish one sentence?
No. Speak the truth to each other. Make truthful, just, and peaceable. I can't see it.
Put on your glasses.
And peaceable, just, and peaceable decisions.
Are you sure that's what it says?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah. Even with your sister, I can't even think of a situation, but like, we'll address something to you, and because you don't want to admit it, you just deny it.
No, I know. Like what? Name
I don't
something.
know. Just like something easy, like you know, I don't know, like I don't even know. I can't think of a situation.
Like I remember when she. How are there gnats up here? And what do they get? There's nothing up here that's alive for them to get in.
Come from the door being open and the lights. I don't know.
What's annoying?
If you don't answer it or you don't address it, you ignore.
It's not worth my time. Like what? You don't have an example. My example was something small.
You're gonna sit there and say that there's a reason why you didn't answer. There's a bunch of times.
Well, there's a lot of times when there are reasons why.
Because you think so.
No, because I can see the big picture. You say what's for dinner, and I'll say food. That's not lying.
What do you mean why you don't want to waste your breath? Like, if somebody asks me, like, hey, what are we, like, if I'm inviting my mom over for dinner, and she says, oh, what are we having for dinner?
Different. Special occasion. Yeah.
Coming over for dinner is not a special occasion.
That doesn't happen every day, so it's a special occasion. Oh my God. Does she come over every day? Does she come over every day?
If your significant other says, what's for dinner, why can't they know what's for dinner?
Because it's different with you guys. Like, you guys will sit up here and ask 900 questions about nothing. So then I stop answering everything.
That's annoying.
It's annoying and ask 900 questions. That's what's annoying.
Like, we have curious minds. Like, even if our
calm and quiet,
so you have
and
to
relax.
accept
I accept it by not answering it. So you have to accept that I don't want to answer 900 questions. The same thing what you're saying, it's the reverse too. Same thing.
Again, annoying.
So annoyed.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope. Good.
2, 1. 1. Feel, stop moving.
I can't. I don't know about my arms. Like
What's wrong with your arm?
I'm self-conscious about my arms.
So why are you wearing a sleeveless
Because I don't
shirt?
have other shirts to wear. I gotta go into my summer clothes now.
Why don't you put on a thing over it? Like
I don't have a thing.
So why do you have this shirt? This is a newer shirt.
Yeah, I wear it outside. I wear it to places, but I'm self-conscious when I see myself on video. So if it looks bad, can you,
No. I'm trying to go sit.
Lay down. Lay down. Raz, lay down.
Where are you about to go? You just stop.